Hey, you guys, welcome back to lashow. Thank you guys so much for tuning back in with me. Today, I wanted to bring you guys a family that I had found doing my research that completely beat the coronavirus. And I wanted to put this out for anybody that may be afraid or feel anxious, just to give a glimmer of hope. So I hope you all enjoy this interview. I do apologize that Tynisha was not in the video. Welcome, you guys. I have a very special guest for us today. Today, we want to talk about something different dealing with the coronavirus. And we want to bring on people who have actually beat this debilitating virus. So, tell us about yourselves.
It's the Campbell family right out of Philly. I'm Richard Campbell, my wife Tanisha, our son Tyson.
Nice to meet you all.
We're both 40 years old. He's 16.
Okay, bless his heart. So, I bet that was really hard for you guys dealing with it. When and who was first diagnosed?
I was first diagnosed the last week of March. Around March 26th, I started feeling ill, tired, fatigued, sweaty. I had a slight fever. So that was on a Thursday. On Monday, I went down to Citizens Bank Center and got tested. It took them about 3 days to get back to me with the results, and they were positive. But the week that I started getting sick, I got sick first, then my husband got sick on Friday, then my son got sick on Saturday, and we all had the exact same symptoms, one after the other.
Wow, wow. So what were those symptoms? You described sweatiness and fatigue, but did they escalate?
Uh, Ours weren't as severe as some people's have been. Mainly low grade fever, muscle aches, fatigue, night sweats. Just my limbs felt really heavy.
Hmm.
We lost our taste and smell for almost 3 weeks.
Okay. So
It
that
just now
is,
starting to come back.
wow. Okay, so that is something that I have heard about. To you, what were the worst symptoms for you all?
The worst symptoms was probably the fever, because 1 minute we were freezing cold, and then 5 minutes later we're burning up. Like we would just put the blanket on now, get it off now, put it back on. So
Yeah.
Tylenols and ibuprofen throughout the day to try to break our fevers.
Did those medicines work? Did they help?
They help for a few hours, but with that, you have to take it every 4 to 6 hours or something like that in
Oh yeah.
order to treat the symptoms. But after about 3 or 4 days, my fever went away, and the same for both of them.
Good, good. Okay. Well, okay, so about the process of getting tested, how long did it take for you after your first symptoms to say, I need to go get tested for this?
I started having symptoms on a Thursday. That Monday, I went down to Citizens Bank Center to get tested because I had found out from somebody I work with that a coworker of mine was tested positive, somebody that I had previously worked with about 2 weeks before. And I know that they said once you contract the virus, it takes about 2 weeks for you to start showing symptoms. So I
Mhm.
started putting one and one together, and I was like, I probably got it from work, so let me go get tested.
That's smart. That's smart. Did Mr. Campbell and Little Campbell get tested?
No, we didn't.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got tested because I work in a healthcare facility. So they were only, at the time, only testing people who worked in healthcare at the Citizens Bank Center.
Mhm.
And if you
Mhm.
had symptoms,
Okay. Um So I was going to ask you all about where do you all work at and how do you think you caught the virus? So I'm glad you did explain that. Now, after you were diagnosed, did you end up going into a hospital for any period of time, or you were able to maintain at home?
we were able to maintain at home. We took care of each other. We were grateful that we didn't have any of the respiratory issues that we see a lot of people on television having. And
Correct.
my main concern was like my husband who has asthma, that
Mm,
he might possibly start having a respiratory symptoms, but he didn't.
thank goodness. Thank goodness. So you do all, well, one of you have pre-existing conditions. So you were able to maintain on that. Thank goodness. Did you receive any medication from any doctors or anything, or just Tylenol and ibuprofen?
No, there was no treatment. They just really said treat your symptoms with fluids and lots of rest. We slept a lot. We drank a lot of fluids and orange juice,
Self quarantine.
self quarantine, and just pretty much took it from there.
Okay. As far as your work, and a lot of people are dealing with unemployment. Uh, has that affected you all with your work, your jobs, or anything?
No, I
Take it
work from home, so I don't have that problem. I work from home.
good, good.
I'm an
As
essential employee, so I
Just
was
front
out
line.
for about a month from work. Luckily, the job paid for it, and so now I'm back to work.
thank goodness, and
Hmm.
thank you. I know you guys don't get a lot of credit, but thank you to
Oh,
the essential workers out there, definitely. Um, so as far as self-quarantining, you said you were out for like a month. That's a long time, and that could really affect people's finances. As far as little Campbell, how long have you been out of school?
I guess since late March.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. You didn't have to graduate this year, I assume. You're only 16.
Yeah.
Okay. So how do you feel now that you guys are recovered?
blessed.
Grateful.
Grateful, right?
That's
And I pray for all the families who've lost loved ones who've had the virus because the numbers are going up every day. And at my job, we lost quite a few patients, which is kind of heartbreaking too.
oh yeah, oh yeah. What would you like to tell people about COVID-19? What would you like to warn people about?
It's legit. Like, it's super serious on all levels, coming from on the survivors. But one of the biggest things I think is talk to people, let people know, don't be afraid to like share your information, because a large part of this is it can be overwhelming. There's so much bad information out there or misinformation, people not really knowing what to believe. So if you're sharing your information, you have the ability to spread truth.
Yep.
Let people know. And if you find yourself maybe getting in a dark place, because it can take you to a dark place, when you realize, I have the potential to, my life could be over at some point, not only mine, but you think of the people that you come in contact with, not even knowing that this malicious thing is inside you. That's hard to deal with for a lot of people. I know I had problems with that. And talking to my family and my family pulling in and bringing me back up helped us all feel a lot better.
Well, that is just amazing. I didn't want to keep you guys long, but I did want this information to get out there that it is, it's possible that people can survive this.
Right.
The information that you guys have provided in the article I found about you all, and the information that you provided here today, that will give people hope. And that's what we need in this time. We really do need that. I really, really do appreciate you guys.